Well, good morning everybody, and welcome to my channel Simply Espresso, coming to you this morning from the northeast of Scotland. So as promised, I'm doing a second review for this morning, and we're going to go back to Cabra in Denmark, and we're going to try out the second Rwandan bean. So it's from the same producer, which is the Bumbogo farmers, except this one is a washed process. So the previous coffee we tried was natural, had loads of strawberry notes, cream, and was quite thick and full-bodied in the mouth. So that was the natural process. So this is the washed process. Expression is floral and balanced. So it says white florals and ripe fruit as its tasting notes. So I'm expecting perhaps a tad more acidity with this one. Maybe slightly lesser body than the last one, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. Okay, I'm just going to take the leaflet as well and just show you the notes on the Bumbogo washed. So it says here, Muraho's investment and support has meant that Bumbogo have been able to almost double their production since their first harvest in 2018. Bumbogo farmers are also provided with seedlings and agronomic education, leading to ever greater quality. This washed lot has crisp white florals and a softer acidity profile than many other Rwandan lots we have tasted this year, reminiscent of stewed apple. Okay, so that's, I think it's going to be interesting. Apologies for my reading there, I'm getting all my words mixed up. But anyway, let's just get onto the beans. So what I've done is I've weighed the 18 grams of beans out, and in a second we'll just pop along to the niche and take a look at the beans and also the setting that I've chosen for this one. So back in a second, guys. Right, welcome back, guys. So that's us up top now, looking down on the beans in the niche. So looking at the beans here, I would suggest medium roasted, and I have the dial in the niche set at 10.5. So we're hoping that will give you, well, we're hoping that will be fine enough for us to get a decent, consistent shot. Right, so we'll just get straight into the grind then, shall we? Okay guys, so welcome back. That's us ready to pull a shot. So the boiler on the Puristika is at 93 degrees. The pack has been prepped with the 18 grams of coffee, so we hope to get 36 grams out in approximately 25 to 30 seconds. So let's just pull a shot and see what we get. Okay, so that was a 28-second shot, and pull was a 37.4 gram yield, so a little bit over the 36 grams we were aiming for there. However, the timing, I think that's pretty much what I was looking for, so relatively happy and pleased with the timing. So what we'll do is just let that cool down just a little bit, and when I come back we'll do a tasting. So back in a second. Okay guys, so welcome back. So that's us ready to do a tasting just now. As you can see, the brew has sufficiently cooled. So I'm very interested to try this. So as I said before, the natural process one that we had before gave us big notes of strawberry, cream. It was all about strawberries and cream in my opinion. So let's just see what this one gives us. So this is the washed process. Let's go on to the nose first. Right, so straight away on the nose, there's more florals. Definitely a floral nature to this rather than the strawberries. Does still smell rich and bold. Right, I'm intrigued, so let's just get straight onto the taste. Medium-bodied mouthfeel initially. Florals. There's some acidity there. Definitely more acidity on this one than on the natural. It's quite bright. Interesting. Slight herbal notes there too. But initial sip is just crisp and bright and floral natured. Let's see what the second sip brings us. Body's a little bit thicker. Not as thick as the natural though. Wow. Punch of citrus there. A punch of acidity too. So second sip is definitely more acidity there. That is producing drying on the palate and juiciness. So the difference is noticeable straight away. This one, definitely the palate is drying quicker than on the natural. There's a lot more juiciness with this washed one. And it's just bringing back that floral nature. Crisp notes. This is a bright cup. And I think caffeine-wise as well, this to me feels like there's more caffeine. I mean, it could just be that's because it's my second espresso, but I definitely feel this is a stronger cup. This is not quite as rich as the naturals. The natural is far richer body. It's just a richer espresso. This one is lighter on its feet, but brighter and acidic with that floral nature. Both extremely interesting. Good balance on this one as well. There's not too much sweetness there. I would have liked perhaps to get a little bit more sweetness out of this one. I just feel that just a tad more sweetness would cut through that acidity and just make it a little bit more interesting and lift this up a little bit more. But I mean, that could just be down to me and not brewing 100% to get the sweeter notes out. I don't know. I'd have to try it a few more. I've still got some of the beans left, so I will do some further testing on that to see if I can bring out a little bit more sweetness in the cup as a score. Again, this is a very interesting one from the Cabra. I'm going to give this one an 8, I think, out of 10. Out of the two, so between the natural and the washed, which one do I prefer? I would say definitely the natural, for me personally. The natural, that strawberry nature going throughout the whole process, from the bean to the cup was just absolutely incredible. The strawberry notes were just delectable, along with that creamy nature. So the natural was far richer than this one. The texture was a lot creamier and full-bodied, and I just personally preferred that. However, this one has got some brightness in the cup, which I love as well. This is far brighter cup than the natural. So if you prefer your brighter cups compared to perhaps something that's more dense and rich, then I would suggest that you go with the washed compared to the natural. But both are excellent coffees, guys. Both highly enjoyable and really interesting. You've got the same bean from the same producer, just a different process, and it's amazing how the difference changes between the two processes and what comes out. I mean, if you tasted this blind, you wouldn't know it's from it's from the same producer. So that's quite interesting. It's been interesting to try it and test between the natural and the washed and see which one I prefer. So for me personally, the natural wins, but there's enough going there for the washed, in my opinion. It produces also an excellent cup, and as I say, I've given it an 8 out of 10. Right, guys, so I hope you've enjoyed these back-to-back Le Cabra reviews, showing you the differences between the natural and the washed process, and the difference in taste, I mean. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'm not too sure, 100% sure what I'm going to be reviewing next. We have to wait and see. But as always, guys, take care. And if you enjoy my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. But I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.